So let's see if those agents do what they promised. What I want to find out is how to earn money on Pinterest, and I only want to get the top insights. And then it goes on and goes on. It's giving us nice structured data. It's getting us the full transcript of the video it just found. And then finally we're gonna have the main key insights. So let's see. What we need to do is the speaker emphasizes that making money on Pinterest can be achieved in just 10 minutes. That's pretty good. I like that. Posting is important. And encourage the viewer and patient persistent. Okay, I would say I have a good idea how I would earn money on Pinterest now. So let's jump into the coding. Okay, so let's start creating our AI agent workflow. As usual, the code you will find, I will put a link with the GitHub repository in the description, so don't worry if it's too fast or something like that. You will just get all the code there and then you can just easily clone it and use it. Okay, so let's start. So basically we're gonna start with our main structure first. So what we gonna do, we will need our two models we're gonna wanna use, which is in this case in this video I wanna use the frontier model of OpenAI, which is GPT-4o, and the smaller, cheaper version, which is a little bit less powerful, which is GPT-4o mini. I in general try to do all my workflows with the mini model because it is a lot cheaper and it is a lot faster. And if you have trouble with something, you can try then the bigger model, for example, the 4o model. And yeah, but if it's possible to avoid it, I would suggest to avoid it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is next we're gonna define our agent model and the manager model. And in this case, what we want is that our manager model and our agent model is the mini model. What is the difference between manager model and agent model? At least how I use it in my code. The manager model usually is the more powerful model. It's like coordinating everything, and the agent model for many tasks can be a cheaper model, a smaller, cheaper model, which is not as capable. And mainly you want to do that for speed optimization and for cost optimization. So yeah, let's start. I would say first we're going to start with our agents, the agents we want to use. And the two agents we want to use are the following. Yeah, these two. So the agents we want to use is the Insight Manager and the Research Manager. And the Research Manager actually gonna use a tool. For that we're gonna come later. So let's start with our Insight Manager. The Insight Manager is not that complex. We just start here, so we have to import CrewAI and add our Insight Manager. And first, yeah, we defined the class. I usually like the approach to have like all my agents in one file and actually in one class, and then the class has different functions which are like the agents. And in this case, yes, we do it like that, and we can pass the agent model what we're gonna do here, but actually it is not used. Oh yeah, it is used. Okay, whatever. We do that actually not here. I forgot one part. I forgot this. So I have to define those agents. And here we pass our agent model. For now, actually, as in this tutorial, I'm gonna use the agent model for both. For like, in this tutorial, I will always use the same model for simplicity. So we only pass the agent model, and the manager model we actually don't need in this tutorial. Okay. So we have our insight manager, and this is kind of, in this case, it is our manager. And what is it doing? It's like supervise the process of gaining insights. The goal is to have top insights at the end. What we want to do, what our tool is doing, as I already explained in the intro, is we have a search. For example, let's say here we have our search query, which is, for example, how to earn money with Pinterest. And then what our agents are doing, they do a YouTube research using the YouTube API. So in your environment variable, you have to add the YouTube key. It's quite easy to get this. There are many tutorials online, or you can ask ChatGPT how to get a YouTube API key. So it's using the official YouTube API. First, it's doing like a research for like general, what you see. If you type into YouTube and put how to earn money with Pinterest, you will get the search results. This is what the tool is doing first. I will show you the parts a little bit later then. And then for all of those videos, it's getting details. So actually this is what our agent was doing. And at the final result, what we want is we want those details from those results. Then we're gonna pick the best result, and from the best result we're gonna get the transcript, and from the transcript we're gonna get the most valuable insights that this YouTube video is about. And those are the insights I mentioned here. At the end we want to have 5. And then we have to define some general manager requirements. So as a methodical and detailed oriented manager, you're responsible for supervising the insights from YouTube video transcripts. You take care that the process does not lead to endless loops and that the insights are relevant to the user's query. So what we have to take care of, that we wanted to have like how to earn money on Pinterest, so it should not come up at the end with how to earn money on Instagram or something like that. So that's quite a simple script, very basic. And then we have another agent, and this other agent is the research manager. This one is quite simple too. We have the research manager, and actually this we don't need, as I just see. And what is it doing? Well, it's just doing the research on YouTube. Your goal is to do precise and focused research on YouTube videos. You are very experienced in the field of YouTube video research, and you decide what data to return to the YouTube manager. Focus on the data that is relevant. So here we want the manager to do actually a little filtering and to come up with good queries for the YouTube search. Yeah, that's quite simple, basic stuff. Okay, so let's get a little bit more advanced when we come to the tasks. So let's do the tasks now. Actually, we have in total, I think 3 tasks. 1, 2, 3. Yes, we have 3 tasks. And the tasks I'm gonna put here now. So the tasks. I think I would just gonna do my imports now to have a little bit more clear. Agent ops we don't do yet. I will just explain this later. So I add some imports. So what we have as imports, of course we have CrewAI, we have agent, we have tasks, and we have some tools, which I come up later soon, because when I go through the tasks, I think then I will just gonna explain the tools for you. So the research manager is like is equal to Okay, the task, sorry. So the first thing what we want to do is to do actually the YouTube research, and we're gonna use the YouTube full search tool. So this tool we're gonna need, and then I'm gonna explain it to you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna import this tool, which we already had, and we have to define it. So we define our tool here. Where is it? Tasks, I think I do it here. The tool. Okay, so the YouTube full search tool. As I described already, what does this tool do? It is using the YouTube API. Actually, yes, it's doing calls to the YouTube API. So it's calling first this API endpoint, which is the search endpoint, and it is calling the videos, like let's say the details for a specific video, the details endpoint. I will not explain all of that right now. I think you can always, you get the code, and I post the link to the code in the description, so you can always go there and check it out. And you can, with the help of ChatGPT, you can easily explain you what it does. And what if you don't understand a specific line or something. I was using the curl, getting data with curl, but you can easily use requests. Yes, so basically what it's doing, as I explained already, we go to the YouTube, we do a YouTube search, and for each video of the search result, we get the details of the video. And then at the end, we have these kind of parameters for each video. We have the video ID, the title, the channel ID, view count, dislike count, comment count, and so on. Exactly. So, yeah, we are here with our task, our first task. So let's define actually our task, or let's say the first task. And the first task is do YouTube research. So here, what is important if you do prompting? I made the experience, it's much better to give clear examples than to write a lot of text. So this is what I'm doing here, because I want a well-structured response, because I want to work with that. I don't need like lots of useless information, I just need specific information. So what we're gonna do, for the given search query, the query which we entered, here is the search query, where is it? Here, how to earn money with Pinterest. For a given search query, you do the research on YouTube. The results of the research will be passed to the next agent. Actually, in this case, it's the same agent, but whatever. And it's what is happening in CrewAI. If you do a sequential approach, we come to that soon, then the output of the first task will be passed to the next task. So here you have to be careful if you don't use the memory functionality, that information might get lost in the process. So if you have like 3 tasks and you pass information from 1 to 2, and then again from 2 to 3, the agent who is performing the task 3 doesn't have the information of the output of the first task. Yeah, only for you, it's important to remember. Then I added some notes, important notes. Make sure the final research list outline doesn't contain duplicate titles. That's important. And it is super important that you only populate the research list with real YouTube videos and YouTube URLs that actually link to the YouTube video. This is a very important hint, because large language models, they tend to hallucinate when they are not that sure about what they should deliver as an output. So to avoid that it's not hallucinating, that it's not imagining YouTube URLs or YouTube IDs or whatever, we tell it precisely, don't do that. Only use the real ones. And then at the end, what we want is a full list which includes the following data, and that's pretty much the same thing as I mentioned there. So in the expected output, I usually try to summarize everything what I wrote here and be as precise as possible. Yeah, okay, that was the first task, the first task to do the research on YouTube. Next, what we want to do is, okay, there's missing the search tool, which I probably did not define well. So we need the YouTube full search tool. YouTube full search tool, and I think, do we have to pass anything? Tools, YouTube search tool. Actually, we don't have to pass anything. Okay. Okay, so manager, research manager, YouTube full search tool. Okay, the search tool is not defined. Let's see, what did I do wrong? I defined, okay, sorry, yes, I did not define those tools. Actually, I did. Okay. Okay, so in the second task, as we have now those results and they are well structured, what we want now is we want to pick the best one. And we don't only want that it's gonna be picked like, let's say, the first one. We want to do that it fulfills two things. First thing, it should fulfill that it's relevant to the query, and second, it should have a high rating on YouTube, and we track that with good KPIs, for example, lots of views, lots of likes, and it should not be published like 10 years ago, things like that. And this we're gonna achieve with our next task, which is the best result task. And this one we're gonna add here. And this is not correct. I have to put it actually here. Exactly. So, what does this task do at the end? Yeah, one thing, sorry, I forgot that. Here in CrewAI, of course, you can provide tools to either agents or the tasks. And in this tutorial, we're gonna do it on the tasks level. So what we're gonna do, when I do the YouTube research, I'm gonna pass the agent, the tool, and the search query. Actually, the search query I did not, yes, I did use, okay. So how are we gonna do that? We have here, do YouTube research, and we pass here as a tool the YouTube video full research tool. That's the one I just explained. And for the next agent, we gonna pass, for the next task, we don't actually pass a tool. So one other thing is, like on the first task, we use the research manager, and on the second task, as an agent, we use the research manager, and on the second one, we use the insight manager. Here, because the research manager basically is only doing the research, and the insight manager is taking care of like the whole thing of the higher level, so we want him to pick actually the best result. Okay, and this is what we're gonna do here. So let's go through everything. So we have the agent and the search query, which we're gonna pass. So you are provided with a list of YouTube video research data, which is the data that the previous agent passed to this agent. Then pick the best video to get insight from the video. Pick the best video to get insights from. That's what I described. It should pick like the best one. The video should be the most relevant to the search query. This is one criteria. And have good YouTube metrics like view count, days since published, and like count, relative to the other videos in the list. So that's the second criteria. We want like the best one. Of course, we could write a Python script which picks like the best one, but we want to use the language model thinking capabilities. Because to write a Python script that kind of puts everything into relation, like days since published and view count, subscriber count, things like that, is quite tricky. You need some time to do that. And the language model just takes a look at all the data and says, okay, that's the best one. And for example, if you have a video which is like 20 years old but have lots of views, it will say, okay, this one we don't gonna take. When you made your choice, it's not necessary to do further research on the video. And just return the title and the video ID of the best video and pass it to the next agent. Because the only thing what we want to do next is we're going to use the video ID, and with this video ID we're going to get the transcript. So there's no further research or anything needed, and we don't need any further details that might confuse the next agent. So at here the output is just a title and video ID of the best video. Okay, so that's it. This was the second task, and then we have the last task. And the last task is just get top insights. So let's gonna do this one too. And what we're gonna pass is the agent, which is the insight manager. Again, we want like the upper level manager, the upper level agent, and the tool is the transcript reader. And this I'm gonna explain you right now too. So first let's define the tasks. The task. Get top insights. Okay, so I would explain you the tool which is going to be used. It's a very simple tool. Actually, what it does is very simple. The only thing what it does, it gets a transcript of the video of a video ID and passes it as an output. That's it. And again, here you will have the code and the repo, so then you can just check it out. Okay, first get the transcript of the given video by passing the video ID to the YouTube Video Transcript Reader tool. So it's using this tool, which is here defined. Then you extract the top 5 insights from the transcript. So it's getting the whole transcript and then read the whole transcript and extracts the top 5 insights. And then it will return a bullet list of the top 5 insights. That's pretty much it. So those have been the tasks. We have the tools. We have the agents. Now we have to put some more things together. So what we're gonna do, what we need is we have to gonna kick off our crew. So we're gonna do that. What is missing to kick off our crew? And how we do that? We add our agents, the 2 agents we have, and the tasks. By default, CrewAI using sequential task workflow. We have sequential and hierarchical. And sequential means it's just like first task 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. If it's hierarchical, then the manager model decides which task to do when and which agent is going to do it. But we keep it simple, so we use the default hierarchical model. And here we have the manager model. It's exactly the same as the agent model, which is the GPT-4o mini model. And at the end, of course, we want to see our result, which we do like that. What's that? Okay, this we don't need. And by just doing results crew.kickoff, and then we're gonna print the metrics. The metrics are like how many tokens we used, and yeah. And one important thing, what I really like to see is how much did this agent workflow cost. And one nice way to see that is by using agent ops. For that you need an API key too, but it's very easy to get and it's for free. So what we're gonna do is we have to initialize agent ops to get this information. It's agent ops. And we have to import, of course, agent ops. Grok in this case we don't use. Okay. And at the end, it's best practice to end the session with agent ops. This we're gonna add too. Nice. I would say now we have everything put together. Let's see if it's actually worked. Let me check if I forgot anything. We have the .environment imported. Yes, that's working. Yes, of course. I mean, if you want to run this tutorial, you of course need an OpenAI key. And I think you still get like 5 years of free credits when you sign up. It's very easy to get the key. There are thousands of tutorials for doing that. Or you can even ask ChatGPT how to do that. It's very easy to do that. Okay. So yes, I would say let's give it a try and see what is going to happen. So that looks good. This is agent ops. Okay, then I did a little mistake here. Yeah, okay. So here we don't need to pass this tool. And that should be the solution of the issue. Okay, so here we have what we have. Okay, that looks very good so far. So here we have like the results of our full research. Then it's like organizing it nicely to pass it to the next agent. And then it's actually picking the best one, I guess. And then it's getting the transcript of its favorite choice. And finally, we get the key results of all of those. And we saw all this workflow costs us $0.2, which is like 0.2 cents. I think that's very good for 0.2 cents. I mean, imagine how much time that would cost you. So like you have to do a research. You have to go to each video, get the details of each video, put all of that together, then define which one is like the best video, then watch the full video, and then write down the main insights of the video. So I would say that all of this would cost you like at least 2 hours. So that is really, really good. Nice. What happened here? Yeah, I'm happy with the result. Thank you for watching this video. And yeah, if you liked it, feel free to like and maybe even subscribe. I will post much more videos with the same content. So yeah, have a nice day. See you and ciao ciao.